Hello, we are joined by Radio 1 star, Victoria Jane. How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. Thank you.
You're still getting used to that intro, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's weird because it always feels like it's not real. It's weird. So whenever anyone says it like in that way, I'm just like, is that me?
You're like, who's he talking about? No,
Yeah.
no. You deserve this. Enjoy it. I'm telling you, like,
Thank
you
you.
you've worked your backside off for this. So definitely
Yeah.
you enjoy all the praise that I'm going to be laying upon you. That's for sure.
Thank you.
So not only for those who listen in, obviously we're going to put this in our in written interview for you form for you guys to be able to enjoy. But not only is Victoria an artist in her own right, but at just 23, Victoria's already has her own show, which I'm quite jealous of, Future Soul, which is on Radio 1, which showcases new R&B and soul music talent in the UK.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, salute for that, because that is not a small deal at all. That is
I
massive.
know.
Tell us about like a bit about yourself, and then how you got to where you are now.
I'll try and keep it brief. So I started student radio in uni. I'm 23 now, so I can't remember when uni was, but it was like second year of uni. I started student radio, and then basically I started radio and went to uni to do broadcast journalism because I didn't really know how to do music and pursue a career as a singer in music and actually make songs. So that's why I kind of did that and then fell in love with radio. And then after student radio, I went to commercial community radio station in Manchester called Unity Radio. And I was on there basically throughout uni and up until last year. When basically, obviously, I did the Christmas presenters opportunity competition, and then ended up getting that and covering DJ Target on Boxing Day on One and One Extra as a simulcast, and then they asked me to come back in and cover Greg James on Breakfast. Well, that was the first time I'd ever even been in the broadcast building in London and ever even been live, because everything had been pre-records. So I was like, whoa, you're asking me to do this madness. So I was like, okay, yeah. And that was in COVID. So like the producer that I met in the studio, she couldn't really get too close to help me as well. So I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. But yeah, no, the Alid who runs obviously Radio 1, he kind of having a conversation with me after I did the Christmas thing, and he was like, what do you kind of want to do? Because I think it is a bit confusing, the fact that I am an artist as well. But I think I just showed my passion for R&B and soul music currently, and just how much I wanted to be a space for that genre. And I did a demo show and then got the call in summer saying we want you to be the host of this new show, and then 2 days later it got announced, so I didn't even have time to process it. I was like in a songwriting thing as well. I was like, I'm trying to write a song and it's getting out, so I'm just like So,
do you have to resist the temptation to be like, oh, introducing my new track?
I mean, you know what, no, because I don't think I'd play my music unless it was a collaboration or feature. I don't think I'd play my own music on my show, just because that's not why I do radio, and that's not why I've always done radio. I've never really, even with like community radio, I've never really played my music much because I want to put other people on. And that's why I love radio, and I just like to push new music. So yeah, I don't really have to. No. Yeah.
That is honestly, it's such a massive deal that you're on Radio 1. Like, obviously, that's a huge platform. Sorry, I don't mean to make you more nervous before your next show, but it just shows like the level that you've actually got to with your dedication and drive, and I think that you're going to be a shining example. Already are a shining example to others to be able to follow and pursue. Because obviously, if you can't see it, you can't be it. So therefore, people can see that you are someone that they can actually look up to. So no pressure
Yeah.
there, but you already got a big fan in me. I'm ready. Like I
Oh,
should put
thank
you
you.
on for those who can't. Obviously, people not gonna be able to see, but those who see our shows regularly, and they know that
Mm.
I've got a Hall of Fame of jerseys behind me. So
Ah,
I'm expecting Victoria's jersey on behind me pretty soon. That's for damn sure. Right
oh
next to
my
Steph
God.
Curry, and then
Yes.
and also Kobe Bryant. Yeah, we'll put you in
Yes.
between that. Yeah.
We love that. We really love that.
That's
Can't
got
wait.
we got to make sure that happens definitely for sure. So
Yeah.
are you still doing the show remote, or are you in London,
Yeah,
or are
so
you?
they actually let me do it from Manchester, in Media City in Manchester. So I pre-record every week from Manchester. So I don't even have to go down, which is like amazing.
Ooh.
It's weird though, since I started, obviously I'm getting more notability, and I'm finding myself having to go down to London for things quite a lot. But I
Mhm.
feel like I still obviously get to do the show from Manchester, which is just so great. Really, and there's not many. I think there's only a couple of Radio One shows that are from Manchester as well. So
See, you're trailblazing.
I
Setting
know.
records left, right. The bar's getting higher and higher. I'm telling you, like you have to find a way to top it in 2023. I'll tell you.
I know. I
But
know.
so Victoria has actually teamed up with the National Citizen Service to launch Mixtape 22, which is basically a 6-minute journey through music and opinions that sees
Mm.
Victoria and other artists collaborate with young people across the UK to create songs which lyrics represent the real thoughts and feelings of the generation and obviously the world around them. So explain to me like how you got involved with this project.
So the Star One boys, kind of, I think, put me forward for it, and big thanks to them, because I met them at a New Balance event 8 years ago now, during the time when I was on Unity, and I've not seen them since. So it was weird that they even thought of me, because I've not like had much contact. I was like really thankful, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that they did that. So they put me forward for it, and then kind of went from there really. Went down to London, worked with them on the track, and spoke to the young people. But it's been really great to be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of these things that you know already. Obviously, you're trailblazing, as I keep on saying, and embarrassing you. That you're already a shining example to others. But the fact that you actually get involved in something like this, which gets young people involved with you, with the
Yeah.
whole creative process. Like, tell me about like songwriting for those who are interested in following your path, like being a
Mm.
musician, singer.
Yeah.
Like, what's the process? Like, how do you write songs? Tell me about like give them some advice on what the
Um,
process is.
I mean, everyone's different. But I feel like me as an artist, I am more of a freestyler, to be fair.
Hmm.
What I'll do is I'll go on YouTube on my laptop, and then I'll open up voice notes on my phone, and
Hmm.
then I'll type in like a type beat, or just like go on random beats, and then hit record on my voice notes, and then see what comes out. Or more time, like I'll try and just freestyle using the name of the beat, and then so I do that a lot, and then end up either freestyling the whole song and refining it, or just freestyling it. And most of my releases have been freestyles that I've refined. So I that is how I write a lot. But
Hmm.
normally when I've started working with producers a lot more, instead of just writing or freestyling and then going to record the track in the studio. So I've started actually creating with producers a lot more, like in the moment. And then I found my writing process change, where I'll actually like sit down and write. But because of um my style of freestyling, that even my writing is just very, very quick. So I'm normally like writing the lyrics and then coming up with the melodies. But it all depends on the beat, and like if it's a very, very, if I'm like, this beat is amazing, like I want to
Hmm.
spend more time like refining the words and the lyricism. So yeah, it depends. Like everyone's different, really.
It's like a process that few understand, and obviously you say it like it's nothing, being able to just like kind of freestyle. That I often try to freestyle myself,
I
You
mean,
know, and I definitely get quietened down in the office and at home as well. My daughter's an A&R,
oh,
and
is
then
she?
yeah, shout out to Tian. You know, I'll say that I'm going to embarrass her as well.
Oh God.
And basically, you know, I always say, okay, well, you know, what I always try to find out, like, you know, what obviously she's looking for in artists, and then obviously from your artist point of view, like, how do you become like you know, have your individual style, and you
Yeah.
know, kind of keep to that without, you know,
Mm,
because obviously, you know, as
that
a
is
musician,
hard.
you're going to get influenced by other people. How do you manage to kind of keep your own, you know,
Style.
path? Yeah.
I mean, that is my problem. Well, I did an interview on Represent um 2 days ago, and I said the same thing. Like, that's my problem, because I will get a garage beat and make
Hmm.
a garage song, or I will get a soulful slow allegro type beat and make such a chilled track, or I'll make a neo soul song. Like, I literally can jump on anything, and it's my problem because people say to me they don't know what I'm gonna come out with, because like I'm just so diverse, and a lot of artists are releasing the same sort of sounds, especially R&B artists from the UK.
Hmm.
Um, but then in that interview, the girl was like, that's the talent, that's the, like a super talent, like, to be able to just jump on these different things. And to be fair, I've come to think like it's not a bad thing, like being able to go into all these different styles and genres. Um, so I feel like mine isn't really on one path. I feel like
Hmm.
my voices and what I'll bring to a track um, is kind of the same energy, but it's always like a different style, if that makes sense.
No, that's cool. I mean, like, you know, back onto the, you know, the campaign with Mixtape 22.
Yeah,
So obviously, you know, obviously we can kind of, you know, relay like some of the actual, you know, difficulties that you've had or challenges that you've
yeah.
had, to be able to kind of link it to this. Like, how does this
Mm.
mixtape help to amplify young people's voices, would you say?
I think, well, me, Sadie, and Emma all did different topics slash themes. Um, Mine was our world, and the mixtape really helps just kind of emphasize young people's voices just as a whole, because the young people I spoke to anyway before making the song, I feel like what we spoke about, the issues they faced, you know, in their worlds, and like past and present as young people,
Hmm.
are the same as what most young people are facing now, and that I have also faced when I was younger. You know, identity issues, um, representation in the media, pressure from peers, and, you know, fitting in and stuff like that. And the world to young people is a scary place. And I think with my song anyway, I kind of took those conversations that I had with them and kind of showed the pressures and what young people face in their world,
Hmm.
but then gave it more of a positive twist, like they're pushing through and there's a lot of change happening. So I feel like the mixtape is really, really great for young people, because it kind of highlights what's going on in a positive way as well.
So what do you feel like are the key points in the mixtape, and how do you feel it helps young people get ready for the world?
Um, well, I feel like some of the key points for me
Hmm.
are the togetherness that the mixtape brings. It kind of makes young people feel like they do have a voice, um, and they might relate to my track or Emma's or Saidu's, and even just seeing these other young people being part of this project is such a great thing for young people to see and think, you know, I could be part of something like this as well. And young people are not like alone. Um, but yeah, I'd say the main key point is just like togetherness, and, you know, the relatability for young people.
And you know, big salute to National Citizen Service for
Yeah.
launching this mixtape 22. I think it's an amazing thing you guys both are doing. You know, it's really great giving young people a voice. But how do you
Mm.
feel? you know, obviously as we're giving NCS praise, but
Mhm.
how do you feel about NCS giving young people like you the platform to express your opinions on matters that are affecting you?
Well, I think it's so important because, like, I think young people don't really get many opportunities to express their opinion or be seen in this sort of big way, um, especially across the UK, and like nationwide. So I feel like it's so important for me. It's so important being a female. Um, and a female from up north that I can even express my opinion, because it's weird because obviously I'm 23. I don't see myself as that young, but I obviously am. I feel like
Yeah.
I've just got a granny head on myself. That's
That's
where
good
I've got
though.
to. Yeah, I feel like that's why I've got to where I've got to so young, because I've got that old mindset as like I know what I want to do and stuff. But obviously I'm still young, so it's great that people like me are even allowed to have, be included in this platform, as well as some other amazing, inspiring young people that I spoke to as well.
Right. So now I'm gonna be, you know, because I'm speaking to someone who's, you know, somewhat levels cooler than I am. So now I'm gonna try to tap into your brain and try to
Okay.
get like, you know, some of these things I should be on. So
Okay.
for example, so like what podcast show, uh, podcast or show, sorry, has
Mm.
got you hooked at the moment? What ones are you suggesting?
What would you mean by show? Like
Like
TV shows?
streaming service, like you know, like if it's a show on Netflix or if it's on, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
Disney Plus.
Oh, I am like a series and film like head. So like I just love my series and my films. But podcasts, I love listening to Who We Be Talks with Henry um and Harry Pinero. I feel like that's my go-to
Nice.
podcast as always. There's just so much vibes in there, like so many artist stories, and I love hearing artist stories. TV shows, I could go on. Like my Netflix is like gold. Like you know what's so bad though at Netflix? I realized you can't see what you've already watched.
Yes.
And it annoys me all the time because I think I used to watch some amazing shows, and I like I don't even know what they're called because my memory is that bad. So I will remember like bits, and I'll be like, but I don't know. I am a bit hooked on Love Is Blind at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, it is a
Oh,
bit. Yeah, it's a Netflix TV series.
is that the one to the go to?
Yeah, everyone is watching it. I think the whole series is on now. It's series 2, but
Okay.
like it's like people meet people behind a wall, and then they propose.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, very strange aspect of this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I'll
bit
get
mad.
on that.
It's jokes though. It's mad. Like I love
And
stuff like that. Yeah.
and like right, I'm gonna tap you. This is the one that I'm really interested in. I want your
Okay.
prediction for 3 songs that are gonna be, you know, completely ruling this summer.
But the summer songs haven't been released yet.
Ah, see, I thought I was gonna get a little insight there of
I mean, I know artists that will
All right,
probably
your
do
biggest songs
well, but
now. Yeah.
biggest songs now.
I know
That's
you have
so
lots of
hard.
friends in the industry, and forget
That's
for
so
those who,
hard.
who Victoria doesn't mention. It's not a personal thing. It's just me
You
pressuring
know
her
what?
into
You
something
know
now.
what? That is so hard. That is so hard. But can I predict the artists that are gonna
Yes.
pop instead? I think I'm just predicting that Thames is gonna release again in summertime because she's not released for a little bit, and Thames is just like incredible. Um, I'm gonna have to say, oh, this is just so hard, man. Um,
This is the one that you know what.
you know what? Let me just say
Yeah, go on.
these. Let me just say 2 guys from London who I think are absolutely outstanding, and
Okay.
just need to be like put on, like Eric Ivy and Nipper. Both young guys. Amazing R&B sounds, and yeah, they're gonna take over because I've heard some unreleased Eric IV, and I know Nick has
Ooh.
got some sounds on the way. So yeah, them two.
See, due to pressure, now I can get ahead of everyone else now.
Yeah, get ahead because them two, honestly, they've got to take over. They're going to be the ones to put R&B back on, I think, for the UK.
And for new people to, you know, just hearing about you now, shame on you. But where do they find you on socials?
It should just be Victoria Jane, with an underscore or two at the start. Because everyone's took my name. Everyone's got my bloody name. So yeah.
No worries. I'll definitely give you a follow, and Verge will definitely as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And oh, you're a star. Appreciate that. And then also, guys, just check out at NCS on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. But we'll put all the links below on vergemagazine.co.uk, and obviously on YouTube and on Instagram. You'll be seeing me promoting you guys, you know, and especially being a fanboy for Victoria Jane. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being an inspiration to all the young people, and also being an amazing, down-to-earth person. And I wish you all the success in the world.
It's us Mancunians. We're the nice people up north.
Well, I've stayed away from that subject on purpose because you can see what's over my shoulder, and those who know me know I'm a big Liverpool fan, and I've stayed away from this because I want our friendship to continue. Because if you're a Man United fan, then that's the end of that.
Well, Liverpool, yeah, but the people in Liverpool are nice as well.
Yes, you see, that's what
Northerners.
That's being a London Scouser. I definitely I definitely am representing my city there.
No,
but thank you so much.
Apply for the Christmas presenters. You know, you should apply
with
for
me.
Presenters. I think you'd be sick on radio. Yeah, I think you'd be sick on radio. Love you.
No way. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. That's a big compliment. See, so I'm going to snippet this bit here so I can show to everyone here that I should be on radio, and everyone should be listening every single day.
Honestly, you got the energy. Like, a lot of presenters force it, and I hear and see a lot of presenters a lot, and like, you got that raw, just like natural energy. So,
thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Honestly, this is a love fest here. And I appreciate this. Is big hugs over the airwaves and streaming and all this stuff. So I do. I've also got
to say before I go, I can't believe how big your cupboard must be to be fitting in there with that mic and everything. Because I'm looking at my cupboard, I'm thinking, what? There's no way.
No, there are many complaints about the size of my clothing and trainers as well. I won't even get into that. That's just getting a bit out of hand. But you know what? To be honest with you, you are far more cooler than I am. So therefore, I'm just trying to keep up with you. But but thanks again for joining. I really appreciate your time. You are a star, and obviously, guys, give Victoria a follow if you're crazy enough not to be following already. I'm literally just doing it now, so I'm backing up my own words. So I'm literally just doing it now. I can't believe I'm not following already. That's just ridiculous. So I am now, and we will hopefully be able to speak to you again soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys, and thanks to you guys. Obviously, on mute.
Thanks, thanks, Natural Citizen Service, for setting this up. But yeah, we will put all the details below. But thanks again, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
See you later.